Hey everyone, my name is Professor Giovanni Donaldson, and I am the greatest artist to ever live. All those guys you've heard about in your art history classes, all those guys you've heard about in, oh, I don't know, some sort of class for fools, I'm better than all of those guys. So, pay attention, buddy. If you don't pay attention, this is what's going to happen to you. Yeah, let there be a teaching moment. Today, class, we're going to draw something very near and dear to my old soul, and that is Sonic the Hedgehog. And the first step to drawing a character is finding a reference of them, because you always don't know what they look like, especially if you're just starting out. So what we're going to do is look for some references first and then look for some identifying features. Sound cool? Cool. Alright, so I have some references here for your consideration. Alright, this is sort of a recent meme. This is for those who don't know versus those who know. If you know what I mean, yes. But okay, let's learn about the evolution of this hedgehog, right? So, I'll copy and paste this into our canvas here so we can analyze. This is the evolution of this creature that we're trying to capture, okay? And it's very important to understand this evolution from the past so we know where to go in the future, okay? Now, things to note about both of them is that they both have a similar head shape. Seems the younger Sonic, in proportion to the rest of his body, has a head shape larger proportionally to his torso and his feet than does the more teenage version of Sonic here. But that's one thing to note. That's sort of the divergence in age, is that the proportions become something much from a child to something much more of an adult man or future adult man. And I think that's what we're trying to capture today, is that future progenesis of the Mobian form. Okay, so things to identify: circular head with triangle. Okay? Circular head with triangle. Circular head with triangle. And you'll notice they're slightly bent triangles, but the basic shape's still there. So now, that I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't know. I just get so excited looking at him. You know, it's just like, I mean, the reason we're drawing him today really is just to pay tribute to him, because he was a very important figure in my life for most of my life. He was a good friend. He was a good friend, this Sonic, and anyway, I don't want to bore you all with all of that, but okay, so circular head shape with the 3 triangles, right? That's the basic shape. Now the other basic shape for the torso is more of an oval. See? And then the legs here are sort of these extensions from said torso. And depending on what level of maturation the Sonic is, you can decide what shape his little patch here is going to be. I think if we're going for an older Sonic, we should do that sort of like guitar pick shape. Right. Yeah. And his feet, more triangles, really. If you think about it, the triangle is what guides us all. Whatever the H that means, dude. Shut up. Shut your gob. I don't want to hear any more out of you, okay? Ugh. And hands or whatever. That's that's the basic structure of a Sonic throughout all of history. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what I did that day. I wish I could take it back, but you never really can take back that kind of thing. It's not something you can just walk away from. But I promise I'm doing this for you. Okay. I promise. Okay, so this is this is what can happen. This is what can happen if the mother if the mother's not responsible with what she consumes during a Sonic gestation. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. Oh. That's crazy. But this is a sort of an example of a deformity that you want to avoid in any Sonic that you draw. Now this especially, this is just heinous. I can't believe they did that. Are you serious, dude? Some evil scientist has transferred his soul into this rubber vessel. What evil person did this? It must have been Robotnik. This is uncalled. This I need to call the police about this. This is messed up. Now this is the I'll make a tutorial on how to draw him someday too, but this is an example of the cultural impact of Sonic. This is like let me find exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, I gotta fart real bad. Found it. I found it. This painting. This one. What's it called? Wind God and Thunder God. This is an example of like it is though, like kind of it is. This is an example of the ancient archetypes influencing the modern. Like, yes. It's like actually like scientifically the coolest thing ever. Circle, triangle, 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 triangle. Face, eyes, swells, stomach and fin, and tube, and hand, and leg, shoe, shoe. Gotta go fast. What is okay? Okay, so if you wanted to draw Sonic incorrectly, here's how you draw him. What am I doing? What am I? This is the time. Oh, this is the type of drawing you make when you're mad and you've given up forever. Ugh. Okay, so where are we putting the face actually? Determine where you want to put the face. Depending on how you draw, there's certain aspects of the face that you want to draw first that'll help guide the rest of your face structure. Like for me, the brow line is often a focal point for like basic head shape, and then like vertical line from top to bottom. We should do that for this too, just so we know what direction he's facing. That'll help us a lot actually. And then one really big determining factor for me in determining the rest of the structure of the face, when I'm drawing people anyway, is either where the tip of the nose is going to be, like the very top of the nose, like where the bridge of the nose is really, and that'll help me determine where my eyes go, and then how long the nose happens to be helps to determine where the mouth is, and you can just sort of expand from there. You basically get the general gist of where everything else on the face is going to be based on what focal point you choose to start with. And like eye line, and I guess by extension where the bridge of the nose would be, is a really good one. The bridge of the nose is good because it's directly on the vertical line from top to bottom, and whatever you do to cross that line is where your eyes are going to be, and basically your eye line and your bridge line is going to be the same. That's what I like to use. Anyway, we're drawing Sonic. And then, do you want like, oh my god, I'm Sonic. I'm classic Sonic. I'm a friendly guy. Or do you want edgy 2000 Sonic where he's like, yeah, I beat up people for fun. I beat him up. Or do you want like, hey guys, I'm Roger Craig Smith, and do you guys want to eat jelly sandwiches? I like eating jelly sandwiches. Those chili dogs aren't, they're not they upset my stomach. Okay. Sorry, no, I love you, Roger. I think you're a talented man, and I love you. Your Sonic is also really good. There you go. Oh! Oh no! I ripped his face off. He's like, wait, no, Sonic, Sonic, no, don't, no, no, no. Why? Why does this have to happen to me? Why does this have to happen? Sonic, I'm sorry. I just wanted to honor your memory. Wait, that's an undo button. Okay. And I think he's hitting the classic. I think he's hitting the classic, sort of like the classic, sort of like Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Me when I say no, no, no. Me when my mother walks into the room and spots me um, destroying the family ham and cheese by eating it all those pounds of ham and cheese that we had saved over the winter. And she walks into the room and says, "No, no, no." And these have buckles on them. Let's look at our reference sheet. Oh, I'm not drawing the soap shoes right now. No, they don't. Or no, they don't. I think they look better without the buckle. There's our basic Sonic structure. And now we shall fill in the lines. Like realistically, what would you do if you walked into a supermarket and you tried to walk into the store and the automatic door opened and just like a flood of raw eggs came spilling out of the door and onto your feet and into your shoes and into your socks and into your toes and into your toenails, and you would just have to sit there and take it. And the store was like, "Oh, we still have to be open for business today, but there's eggs covering the entire floor. It's you have to wade through the eggs if you want to get anything. Would you do it?" Personally, I don't know if I don't know. With some talking, I think I could muster up the strength to do that, but it's just I'm gonna have eggs in my shoes for the rest of the year. Because that stuff's not coming out, right? That's not coming out. That will never come out with just a simple wash and clean. It's just that's eggs, bro. That's eggs. Your shoes are doomed forever. Your shoes are forever gonna smell like egg, and then when you go over to people's houses, they're always gonna be like, "Hey, dude, what's that disgusting smell that's it just suddenly entered my house upon you walking in? What is that? Did you shower?" And then you have to be like, "No, I showered. I shower every day." There's just trillions of egg molecules in my feet, and you have to be like, "Oh, well, what'd you do that for?" And it was "Oh, I don't know. It was an accident. I didn't think that's what would happen. Would that's what would happen if you would proceed to go forward with into the to the supermarket with eggs." So I don't know if I would shop there because I have to get um I have to get my groceries and stuff, but that there's other shops I could go to, and I don't have to go to the egg one. But it's you came all this way, and if you're just gonna go to another store, you've been shopping here for decades. It's not your fault. Shouldn't have to be punished like this. Yeah. So Sonic. Next thing about Sonic is that he is blue. So you always want to have a hint of blue in your in your drawing. If you want to have a younger Sonic, you could make him light blue, and if you want to have an older Sonic, he is dark blue. If you want to have him Super Sonic, you would make him yellow, but then his frills would have to go upward. If you turn this into my class, a downward turning Sonic with yellow, I will personally kill you. And you may be wondering, why, Professor? Why is this character these colors? Well, if you know anything about Sonic, you would know that already. Didn't you read the damn syllabus? Okay, I'm getting too heated. I'm getting too heated. Okay. Um. The blue is representative of water, And in Christianity, water is sort of the symbol of life, and it is associated with rebirth, like the water of life, associated with miracles like the pool of Siloam and of Moses parting the Red Sea. So this represents salvation. This blue represents what Sonic would live for, water, and therefore salvation. Now the red is reminiscent of blood, which Jesus shed on the cross for our sins, and that is representative of sacrifice. So really, in the composition of this hero's color palette, he is both salvation and willing to sacrifice himself for the greater good of the the people of his planet. So really, with these colors, it is signifying that he is a true hero and someone to be worshipped. And the tan, that's his skin, and the eyes, that's his green. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. And I hope you learned a lot. I hope you learned so much. Tune in next time when I tame a tantalizing Tortuga.